Hello everyone, welcome to GeoVision Forum, a platform where we discuss scientific fact, knowledge in geoscience. Today we'll be discussing on a very fundamental, very crucial, important topic in geology field, what every geology student must know about rocks. As we all know, rocks are the fundamental, or let me say the basic building blocks for Earth crust, and they do define the processes, the history, the landmark of the Earth. And by understanding rocks is very important and one of the most crucial topics in geology.
What is a rock? A rock is a natural occurring aggregate that forms from one or more minerals. We have different geological process that forms a rock, and this process includes the cooling and solidification of magma or lava, the deposition and liquefaction of sediment. This is based on sedimentary rocks, and the transformation of existing rock under heat and pressure.
We have three major types of rocks. We have the igneous rock, the sedimentary rock, and the metamorphic rock. And all of these rocks found in different processes, different conditions, and they do define different information about the Earth. And from now we'll be discussing about each of these types of rocks.
Because of those processes, rocks are classified into three major types, and this includes the igneous rocks, the sedimentary rocks, and the metamorphic rock. The igneous rock forms by the cooling and solidification of molten magma or lava. We have two types of igneous rock, which is the intrusive igneous rock and the extrusive igneous rock. The intrusive igneous rock forms beneath the Earth's surface, while the extrusive igneous rock forms on the it pulls on the Earth's surface.
We have another important type of rock, which is called a sedimentary rock. And this sedimentary rock is formed through the accumulation, cementation, and compaction of sediments. And this sediment may come from either weathered fragments of older rocks, that is igneous rock or metamorphic rock, or two, they can come from organic materials, or they can come from chemical precipitation from water. And common examples of these sedimentary rocks include sandstone, our normal sandstone, we have the limestone, we have the shell, that do contain fossils. Some rocks contain fossils as evidence of ancient living organisms that exist before now, based on geologic age, actual age, and they do provide information about the past environment because of this, their presence in the sedimentary rocks, and they are also served as major reservoirs of petroleum because they contain most of the organisms that existed before now, maybe billions or millions of years ago.
We also have the metamorphic rock, and the metamorphic rock are formed from existing rock that are transformed by pressure, temperature, and chemical activities. This transformation changes the mineral composition, the shape, and the textures of this rock. We have examples of those rocks, like example of the metamorphic rock, like the schist, the gneiss, the marble, so on and so forth.
We have another important thing, another fundamental thing that is called the rock cycle. This is one important concept that every geology student must know about rocks, as the rock cycle describes how rocks continuously change from one type to another through geologic processes. And I can remember one principle that says, principle of uniformitarianism, that says the present is the key to the past, meaning all the geologic processes, right processes, what operates as now have happened or have happened in the past. And from this geologic rock cycle, igneous rock can weather and become sedimentary or sediment. And the sediments, when sediments accumulate, they can become sedimentary rocks. And metamorphic rocks can melt from magma, which later becomes igneous rock again. And as well, this cycle operates over millions of years. That reflects dynamic nature of the Earth. You see how the cycle is going from one type of rock to another. When the igneous rock weathers as a result of maybe chemical weathering, biological weathering, and whatsoever, it can become another type of a rock. Or maybe when there is too much temperature or pressure that is being exerted on an existing rock, like igneous rock, it can become another type of a rock.
Why are rocks important? Rocks are important to the geologist and the society because it records the geologic history of the Earth, contains mineral and economic resources, it hosts petroleum and groundwater reservoirs, and it also helps scientists to study the plate tectonics and Earth evolution. Studying geology helps students to identify, classify, and interpret rocks.
In conclusion, rocks are not just ordinary materials around us. They are natural things. They are natural records of the earth history that they are telling us about ancient environment, ancient life, tectonic movements, and geological processes that happened in the past. They do tell us about what happened in the past, maybe the organisms, the living organisms that existed in the past through the fossils we can find in the sediments, that is in the tree rocks, or maybe through some processes that take place many or millions or billions years ago. So thank you for listening. We remain yours, remain the most trusted forum platform, Geology Forum GBF. Follow us for more. Thank you for listening.